Alright, and welcome back to my Nier Automata very hard guided walkthrough. And after 10 episodes, it's finally time for Route C. So be ready to unleash your inner masochist, because in this route the difficulty will go from high to insane.
All-out attack against the machine forces. Of course, the forces of Yorha will participate in this endeavor. Remember your pain. The pain of having your homeland stolen. We will never give up our struggle. We will take back the seas, the skies, the land. We will take back our world from the scourge of the machines. We will not fail in this mission. Here and now, we will put an end to this goddamn war. Glory to mankind.
Glory to mankind!
And those are your orders. Do you understand?
The scanners are going to hack into the enemy's anti-air system and shut it down in advance of an all-out assault, right?
That's right. Good job, 9S.
Why are you talking to me like I'm a child?
What? That must be your imagination.
Okay then, here we go. Since I skipped almost all of Route B, let me show you my level, my chips and my weapons. So as I've said in the previous episode, I made sure to get the Spear of the Usurper, one of the best weapons in the game in my opinion. And here you can see all the chips I have equipped. And I'm currently at level 51, which is a very good level to be at in this point of the game. Neither under nor over leveled. And as should already have been clear since Route A is the value of the overclock chip and the evasive system. And of course the shockwave chip and the weapon attack up. However, I did choose to keep shockwave at +4 and not higher, otherwise I think it becomes a bit too powerful for a ranged attack. Okay, so as I said before, Route C contains some of the hardest sections of the game. But the start is really not all that bad. The first thing you need to do is to hack several machines that control the air defenses of the machine network. And as you should know by now, the hacking games are actually the only parts of very hard mode that offer some lenience. Because even though you fail a hacking game in one hit, you don't die from it by failing once. Now when it comes to hacking itself, it is a bit like the flight sections, so it's hard to give actual helpful advice. But there are at least some things to keep in mind. With the exception of one particular type of projectile, bullets don't follow you, so it's for the most part beneficial to keep moving. Especially circling around the enemies so you get out of their line of fire and you can hit them from behind. For some enemies that is even required. You know, the ones that have armor in the front. And always remember that orange bullets can be destroyed. And usually you destroy them faster than the rate at which they are fired at you. So as long as you keep firing, you can often safely position yourself into the line of fire when it comes to the orange projectiles. Now, contrary to the flight sections, the other projectile type cannot be destroyed, as you don't have a melee attack when hacking. So blue projectiles are always the most dangerous. Other than that, make sure to have a couple of healing items on you. After all, this is the only time they are useful in very hard mode. Well, technically also for fall damage, but that hardly ever happens.
S to 9S, come in.
9S here, go ahead.
Just about wrapped up here. How about you?
Just one left, I think.
Roger. Be sure to head back to the bunker when you're done so you can sync your data.
Oh, right. I forgot about that.
Until your combat data is uploaded, none of the scanner models can run updates.
Okay, I'll take care of it as soon as I'm done here.
Appreciate it.
Alright, that was the last one. Now all that's left to do is to get to the rendezvous point, and then we're going to switch over to 2B. And that will be another flight section.
Here we go.
Okay, so another flight section again. So not much advice I can give you. However, this time there are 2 dangerous parts in this section. So I will point those out when we get there and how to deal with them.
Reinstalled the weapons damaged in the fight against Eve. Be careful, okay? The mission will be in full swing by the time you get there.
I will. And thanks.
The Council of Humanity has a message for all of our brave androids fighting on the surface.
Okay, right after the voice names Adam and Eve, 2 flyers shooting lasers that will cross each other will arrive from the top sides of the screen. It's likely that you will not be able to avoid them, but you can in fact dodge through the laser. Yeah, if you're like me, you often forget that during the flight sections you can even dodge in the first place. It's actually very helpful.
We look forward to your continued combat exploits. Glory to mankind.
Okay, we're in transformed mode now, so just constantly keep doing your melee attack. And if you can, try to not allow yourself to get surrounded. The final 2 enemies will be spinning flyers, and it's a matter of RNG what attacks they will do. So be prepared to dodge through laser attacks if necessary. Now I'm fortunately in luck and they start off by spinning around, so I've basically neutralized them before they can become an actual threat. But just keep in mind that those types of enemies are rather unpredictable.
What's our status?
The operation is underway, and a few squads have already engaged the enemy. Our orders are to function as a kind of guerrilla unit that provides support as necessary. I forwarded our squad's current positions to your map. You should head over there ASAP.
Sounds good.
Okay, 2B and 9S are together again, and for some reason, now all of a sudden they thought it would be helpful to actually wear something that, you know, offers some protection. Now of course it actually doesn't, regardless of what difficulty you're on. Anyway, as you can see, I am using the Virtuous set, 2B's own weapons. Not for any specific purpose though. However, they do offer a benefit that is particularly helpful on very hard. Namely that they provide a damage boost when you have full health, which you basically always have on very hard. Also, they have a speed bonus, making your attacks faster. So they are definitely very good weapons. But it won't be long before I switch to my favorite set, namely what I've said before, the Ancient Overlord Smallsword combined with the Spear of the Usurper. Now at this moment I have the Spear of the Usurper paired with the Type 40 Spear as my secondary set, because, well, why the hell not? By the way, I haven't mentioned this yet, but my laser pod is upgraded once, so it's at level 2. Now the difference between level 1 and level 2 is actually rather small, but when you get to level 3, the pod gains an extra attack, and that will come in handy quite a lot later on in the game.
Thanks for the assist.
We're heading out to support the next squad.
Understood. We'll join you there and lend a hand.
All right.
Okay, so you have the opportunity to save between every fight with the specific groups of enemies that you need to take out in this mission. So make sure to save whenever you can.
Heading out now to provide support elsewhere.
Here you can see that my pod is at level 2. If you are fast enough when taking down these enemies, some of your allies will still be alive and they will join you. So the faster you are, the more help you will get. Now as you can see, I switched over to my spear set, and let me demonstrate to you why I regard the Spear of the Usurper as such a good weapon. Here we have a level 60 enemy guarded by many smaller enemies, and as you can see, he has tons of health. However, due to the Turncoat ability of the Spear of the Usurper, and with a bit of luck of course, because it is on a random hit, you see that this powerful machine has become an ally. Now normally it would then in fact go and attack the other enemies, but as I've had the entire playthrough, I have the partner setting set on passive. That's why 9S isn't attacking anyone. But that applies to enemies you take over with the Turncoat ability as well. But hey, it's at least no longer a threat, so that is definitely beneficial. However, the partner setting has no effect on the other Yora members, so the survivors will still help me out. And that's good because the next group of machines is really large and some of them are at quite a high level.
We'll join you, if that's all right.
Man, I can't see a thing.
Alert. Detecting an unusually high number of hostile machine life forms.
Why are they going nuts like this? I thought Eve's network was destroyed.
All we can do is fight.
This is 4B, Captain of Vanguard Squadron Alpha. We're being worn down by a fierce enemy attack.
This is Guerrilla Unit 2B. We're on our way.
Roger, and thanks.
Yeah, you know what? I don't feel safe here, so let's go around and flank them. Oh, laser! Damn, those enemies can be really dangerous. Also, be careful of the same type of machine that uses rapid fire, because they can also shoot in the air and make bullets rain down on you. So if that happens, look at the floor, because there are indicators where those bullets are going to strike. Damn, the machines really aren't kidding around at this point. This really is an all-out attack.
Damn it, we took too long. They're gone.
We should head to another area and provide support.
Okay, so I let all my fellow soldiers die. Well, that sucks.
New enemies in the region. They've got attack Squadron Omega surrounded and are giving them one hell of a fight. Can you get over there and provide support ASAP?
We're on.
Man, this is tougher than I thought it would be.
We need to hurry. This is Unit 2B. We're in position to provide support for Attack Squadron Omega.
Are we ever glad to see you? They came out of nowhere. We were fighting for our damn lives.
Okay, this is the final wave before a cutscene, but that doesn't entail a checkpoint. So make sure to save the game at this point. And as you can see, you are close enough to an access point, so make sure to save. Because, as this game should be known for by now, this game happily will fuck the player for no good reason. And I actually made it worse for myself, because you will have an opportunity to save after the cutscene, but I forgot to actually do that. So things could have turned out pretty bad, but I'll explain that in a minute. Let's first take these enemies out.
You got it.
What was that?
To me! Are you okay?
Let my guard down. EMP hit me point blank. I gotta reboot.
I'll provide backup.
Okay, so now we have to fight another group of enemies, now playing as 9S. And these are even more dangerous than the ones before. Because of those sensors you saw in the cutscene, they now have AoE attacks that will remove one of your abilities. So for example, if you are in the area of effect, for a short while you will not be able to use melee attacks, or you will lose your ability to jump, or your visuals will all be screwed up. Well, the last one is actually not so bad. But those attacks can be difficult to avoid. They happen rather quickly, and the area of effect is also very large. Now make sure that you don't forget to save the game, like I did, because that can potentially mean doing this fight and the previous fight all over again. Because as soon as this fight ends, a cutscene starts where the Yora units get corrupted, which includes 2B, so you'll have to rescue her by hacking her. However, that will result in another cutscene where the other Yora units will attack you, and this is the fucked up part. They can actually attack you literally immediately right after the cutscene ends. So before you even realize that you are back in control, they might have already killed you. So basically be prepared to immediately, and I mean immediately, get out of the way when the cutscene ends.
You okay? Is this a wide area virus?
Okay, so now you need to hack to B, and I repeat, be prepared to get out of the way immediately when the cutscene ends. They can attack with extreme speed all at once, the literal second you get control back. It's not exactly what you would call fair.
You okay?
The hell?
Okay, camera zooming out and dodge. Now get the fuck out of here. Just get to the upper floor of the building, and after the dialogue ends, you will need to hack 2B a second time. Which you don't want to do with enemies around you. Especially not Yora units, because of all the non-boss enemies, those are without a doubt the most difficult.
Report our status to command.
Alert. All communications are currently being jammed.
God damn it!
2B, I located the unit that's jamming our comms.
Got it.
Target location data obtained. Marking on map.
Okay then, the Yora units outside don't have to be destroyed. The final part of this section is a fight in the center of the area where you had the boss fight against Eve. So what I like to do is to get close enough to the access point so that I can save while remaining high up enough to avoid those Yora units below.
The jamming is coming from that thing.
Alright, the final fight of this episode, and this one sucks a lot because you need to destroy a high level machine while avoiding the attacks from Yora units. So think of them as smaller versions of the fight against A2. So very fast, hard to see attacks, which includes throwing their weapons just like you yourself can do. You know, they have the same kind of combos. So basically, keep moving.
That should take care of the jamming.
Pod, send an emergency distress signal to command.
When you destroy the machine, get away from this area to where the Yora units won't follow you. So basically just follow my lead here.
Damn it, they're still jamming us?
Signal reception is clear. Connection lost due to server-side authentication failure. No responses coming from command on any channel.
Shit, what happened to the bunker? I can't keep doing this forever.
2B, I have an idea. It's possible to access the bunker through a back door in the system. I can use that to initiate an emergency upload of our personal log data. Then we set our black boxes to self-destruct and take them all out at once.
Sounds good.
Okay, now get back to the center and wait for the cutscene. And that will be the end of this episode. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I hope to see you back in the next episode.
2B, your black box! Log data upload complete.
9